Good afternoon, student. This is your English literature period. Student, today I will explain you chapter 14. The name of the chapter is also 14. Chapter 14. The name of this chapter is also 14. Discuss in detail with your partner. Think of things that did not turn out as you wanted. Perhaps of a game you desperately wanted a team to win, something you were eager to purchase, or someone you really wanted to meet. Mrs. Pringle is the perfect hostess. Mrs. Pringle is the perfect hostess. She's preparing for a party at her house. She just wanted to arrange a party in her house. Do things go as smooth as she had planned? Read this hilarious account to find out. Characters. In this story, there are some characters. Mrs. Horace Pringle, a woman of fashion. Ellen, her debutante daughter. Dunham, the butler. Scene. The dining room of a New York residence. In the story there's one scene, and in that scene it is the New York residence. It is the dining room. Here the story has just started. A long table running from left to right with a chair at each end and 6 chairs on each side. On each side there are 6 chairs. Is set elaborately for 14. Dunham, the butler, is hovering over the table to give it a few finishing touches as Mrs. Pringle comes in. She just decorates all the things in her own way so that it looks so good. She is a woman of fashion, handsome, and wears a very lovely evening gown. She is rather excitable in temperament. Temperament means it is by her nature, but withal capable and executive. Executive means relating to or having the power to put plans or action into effect. Vivacious and humorously charming. Humorously means in a way that causes amusement. Charming means beautiful. She enters in haste. Haste means very hurry, carrying a bouquet of flowers and the empty box of paper from which she has unwrapped them. Mrs. Pringle, Dunham, I have just had word from Mr. Harper. He has been called away to visit an ill friend. He sent me these flowers. It's a good thing he did. I don't approve of young men refusing dinner invitation at the very last minute. Dunham, relieving her, I will take the box, Mrs. Pringle. Mrs. Pringle, looking at the table anxiously. It's mean in a way that show you are worried or nervous. And then at her watch. It's too bad. After you have set it all so beautifully and it's getting so late, someone might be coming any moment. House cook. Dunham, cooks in a temper. Temper means a person's state of mind, seen in terms of their being angry or calm. As always, madam. Mrs. Pringle, I'm glad to hear it. She's like an actress. The better the temper, the better the performance. The rest of you can just keep out of her way. Where's Gustav? Dunham, I am afraid, madam, but there's such an awful blizzard. Blizzard means a strong, bitterly cold wind accompanied by a widespread heavy snowfall. Okay, out he is sweeping off the sidewalk. Mrs. Pringle, oh dear me, Yes, I should have ordered an awning, but who expected a storm like this? She glances out of the window. Ellen, a young debutante in evening gown, comes running in with a bunch of place cards. Ellen, here are the place cards, mother, and the diagram. Shall I put them around? Mrs. Pringle, yes, dear. I am going up to look after your father. He is so helpless about his ties. She starts to leave the room. Remove one plate. Dunham. Dunham, remove one plate. She said that just remove one plate from that area. So after listening her order, she just Dunham remove one plate. She said that okay, I just remove one plate, madam. Oh madam, it is certainty. Certainty means the state of being completely confident or having no doubt about something. You would not sit down with 13. Mrs. Pringle, drawing back. 13? Why? You are right, 13. We can never sit down with 13. She does not want to sit with 13. Okay, that's all due to Mr. Harper's negligence. His flowers indeed to make me forgive him. Now look at the troubles he put me to 13. I wonder whom I could get to come in the last minute. Quick, Ellen, help me think. She just wants a help. She rushes to the telephone and looks madly through her list of acquaintances. Acquaintances means knowledge or experience of something. Okay. Ellen, there's always Uncle George. Mrs. Pringle, George will be invited to my party when pigs fly. The man never opens his head.